Hello and welcome.
Alright, so I'm here with Shashank from iREACT channel, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the fan base, and the question is, does the fan base affect the growth of an artist? And right off the bat, I'm going to say it's a big yes. They do, because a fan base, has been there. Especially the hardcore fans have been there from the beginning of an artist, and with that in mind, the artist knows that they wouldn't be where they are at without their fans. And I feel like that causes a bit of pressure for an artist, because he or she doesn't want to disappoint their fans, but at the same time they want to continue growing and making kinds of music that they want to make. And I think with that possibility of disappointing fans, that thought in the back of their mind, it really hinders an artist's growth, and sometimes they end up not growing at all and falling by the wayside. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's right, Taylor. Um, I really think that the expectations that the fans have towards an artist, like as you said, fans make the artist. An artist is nothing without his or her fans.
Hmm.
That's true. But it obliterates the creativity, the creative block that artists have. Like, they they can put out anything they want to, but just because they have to comply by the expectations of the fans, they take a long time as to just think about, to ponder upon the fact that this would be liked by the fan base, this won't be liked by the fan base. So I guess that makes a huge difference as far as the creativity is concerned. And for me, I like, if I'm a fan of an artist, I do not have any expectations from that artist.
Right.
That's just my personal point of view. Yeah. So I just welcome anything that the artist has to bring, because in the first place, when you listened to the artist, like, for the first time in your life, it was like the first time you never heard of him, and you liked him straight right off the bat, right?
Yes.
So I guess that should be the feeling, but as human tendency is, like, they expect a lot. Fans expect a lot from their artist, and especially the diehard fans. That's right. That's a fact,
Yeah,
undeniable.
I like the fact that you brought up the point of when you're hearing an artist for the first time, and I had mentioned this in one of my videos before in the past, and I think it was my weekend album ranking video. But I feel that a lot of fans, when they listen to an artist for the first time, they're listening to a specific type of music the artist is making at that time in their life, and because you've heard it for the first time, it connects with you in a different way that the future music is never going to connect to you as. And I think that kind of nostalgia of wanting to kind of have that same feeling again with that same artist that you experienced is never going to happen again, which is why I feel with like The Weeknd, a lot of his fan base, a lot of XOers, House of Balloons, Thursday, Echo of Silence, those three mixtapes, a lot of people, that's the first time we had ever heard The Weeknd on those mixtapes.
Yeah, that's right.
And since then, people have been wanting him to go back to that mixtape style of music. They're always asking for, I want another House of Balloons, I want another trilogy, I want this, I want that, I want this. But he has continually grown
Evolving, yeah.
successfully as an artist. Every album has had a slightly different sound. And I think what it boils down to is, yes, the mixtapes, they had their own vibe. Every Weeknd album has had their own vibes, but the soul and the content of what the mixtapes were about are still being you know, it's the same message throughout all the albums. They're just kind of repackaged in a different light. Whether it's a different sound, a different kind of musical vibe, or anything like that. So I think the soul of the original music is continuing to pass along, even though the sound is evolving. And I think that is what is making The Weeknd successful, is that he's able to basically say all of the same things, but in a different way, and repackage it in a way where it's fresh and it's new, and we can still somewhat sort of relate to that.
Yeah, because I guess he is able to do that because his name is Abel. But yeah, that's right. I agree with you. And just when Beauty Behind the Madness, or for that fact, even Starboy, when it released in back in 2015, 16, it released in 2016 or 17, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was
So
2016.
It was a completely different vibe from what he released uh, till Kissland or Beauty Behind the Madness. So, Weekend grew his fan base. All the new EXO fans, they came along. But the old EXO fans, like, they were really disappointed. Like, I used to check the comments on the Starboy album. Like, they used to say that, yeah, Starboy is a pretty dope song, or for that fact, I Feel It Coming, or, Sidewalks, or Reminder. Like, they agreed upon the fact that it was dope. But, they were like, yeah, we miss the old Weekend. And I was like, what do you want out of him? Come on, man, he's evolving.
Right.
And so I guess that's a major hindrance, and maybe that's what helps, I guess, in the end. That's what helps the artist as well. Like, everything has its pros and cons. So maybe that's how he evolved. That's how he um, put out After Hours,
Right.
with a new vibe and the old sound.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely see After Hours being the new vibe with the old sound, but still some new sounds sprinkled in there just to, liven things up a bit. Um,
mm,
Now another artist who has changed a lot over the years is Eminem. The content of his music, I mean, his shock factor is
mm,
still there, but the content of
mm.
his music, what he's rapping about, has changed a lot over the years. Um, and do you think that he's changed in a positive way, or do you think that that change has kind of isolated his fan base a little bit?
I guess he went a little bit corny in the middle somewhere when he released, I guess, when he released that album. What was it called? Revival.
Hmm.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 he got a lot of hate for that. But because Eminem has got nothing to rap about, like no personal issue is left to rap about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he used to rap about his life, about his problems, and now that he is an open book in front of his entire fan base, the entire world, he has nothing to rap about. So he has to come up with some new content. And when he does that, when he gives a shout out to the old legends like Biggie and Tupac,
Hmm.
like people are like, oh come on, man, we want that real Slim Shady back.
Right.
We want that real Slim Shady vibe back. Dissing everyone, like whoever is there. He used to diss everyone, and now he has grown up. He has matured.
Right.
People don't understand that, and with music to be murdered by, he did a really great job, man. And for that fact, Kamikaze as well.
Yeah. No, I
Godzilla was pretty dope.
I really enjoyed Kamikaze myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, he's been around for a minute, so his content is obviously going to change as he gets older now. And a lot of I do feel like a lot of his his core fan base felt a little thrown off when when he switched his style up a little bit. I mean,
Yep.
he's still a huge artist, and I still mark him as a successful artist. He's one of the greatest rappers of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I do feel that you know he might have gone astray a little bit in the middle of that transition, trying to find what this new sound was going to be. But even then, I mean, he moved to a lot more of like political type music is what he started making, and I think that's what threw a lot of people off was the political side, the political type of music.
Yeah, but as I said, he has nothing more to rap about now. Like people used to, like people always like knowing about personal things and about the gossips. And he was the kind of a person that he used to diss himself. He could just diss his own mom
Hmm.
and make money out of it. Like you've heard cleaning out my what was that? Cleaning out my closet, was
Yeah.
it?
Closet.
Hmm.
Have you heard that track?
I heard. I had.
He dissed his mom in that. So, and back in Marshall Mathers LP2, Headlights with Nate,
Yeah.
he apologized to his mom. Yeah, because certainly he grew up and he matured up, you know?
Right.
And be it anything, man, it's his personal life. Then, he has come to realize that that was wrong. And realizations are always personal. It's it's just the difference is that we all evolve with time. We don't see ourselves, and just because a person is in a spotlight, they just bash him out.
For
You know
sure.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just for doing the same thing that
Right.
we do.
Yeah, but yeah, I do feel that I don't think it's just necessarily an artist or a musician type problem. I think it's a problem for every kind of creative individual who who starts gaining a little bit of a fan base and wants to branch out a little bit. You
Yeah.
see it with musicians, you see it with actors. Actors get pigeonholed a lot for the type of roles that they play,
Mhm.
because viewers love that type of role and they try to go and do something else, and it kind of turns people off to it. I mean, even us as YouTubers, we
Yeah.
start small and we start growing our subscribers up because of a certain type of thing. People come to our channel to
Yeah.
watch a certain thing. But I mean, we're
Yeah.
creative people, and we want to kind of branch out and make other content, and we hope that our subscribers that have joined us and had been with us from the beginning will accept that we want to make new content. And it's not in a selfish way of, oh, I want to make new content to make new content, but it's in a way like I want to try to make something that's different, and so that you guys can enjoy it.
Mhm.
Let me show you a little
Yeah.
more of what I can do.
Yeah,
And I also, so I think this question applies to a huge medium of different creative aspects. Uh,
yeah.
in your opinion, what is an artist you feel kind of broke out and blew up, and then just kind of succumbed to fan base demand and just didn't grow at all?
Uh, there are a lot, I guess. That's one tough question. Um, I guess Lil Pump for for one.
Yeah,
Lil Pump really he really got the spotlight for once when he released Gucci Gang.
yeah.
You know, just because it was a catchy beat. And are you into mumble rap? First of all,
I'm not a huge fan of mumble rap. I do listen to mumble rap just if I want to get like energized and motivated. Because I mean the
Yeah,
beats in mumble rap, they always slap super hard. So whether I'm at the gym working
yeah,
out or I'm just like want to feel like a
yeah.
cocky motherfucker, like I'll throw on some mumble rap. But it's not really like listening to it because I want to listen to.
Yeah, right.
I half the
So
time I
yeah,
can't understand anything that's being said in the song anyway, so it's really just about the beat. So yes, mumble rap for the beat, but not for the rapper.
Yeah, so a lot of mumble rappers, I guess, they came into the spotlight for a fact that Lil Pump did, and like he just disappeared for a while.
Hmm.
Now he's back, I guess. He released a couple of tracks, I guess, with KSI, I guess. Yeah,
Okay.
he did release a track. I guess it's called Poppin', and it blew up because of KSI, not because of Lil Pump, I guess.
Right.
So I really think that Lil Pump, or for that fact, any mumble rapper, like they don't last long because they are all the same. Because you have to be different to last in the music industry.
Hmm.
Beat any industry, you have to be different. You
Right.
just cannot rap about, or you cannot just make the music that everybody else is making. You have to be something different. That's how we were talking about The Weeknd, and we were talking about Eminem. They both did something that nobody else did. You
Right.
know, The Weeknd brought R&B, the dark vibe.
Yeah.
Nobody heard a dark kind of R&B, I guess, before The Weeknd showed up. And Eminem, nobody he was like one of the first white rappers. So
Hmm.
he did something that nobody else did. So I guess that's what matters. And a lot of artists today are just generic, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
So
I feel like there are a lot of artists out there, especially like you said, like mumble rap. I mean, that trend blew up a couple
yeah,
of years ago, and suddenly a bunch of artists had just dropped on. Especially a lot of these SoundCloud rappers um, that that have been popping up. They kind of just hopped on that wave and rode it out. Which you catch a wave and you ride it out, you make your money. Great, do your thing. Um, but if you don't want to be, a stable artist, then that's your choice. You don't want to be a stable artist. Just make your money and leave. I wish I could make that much money and and just bounce like that. But yeah, I do feel a lot of artists end up catching a wave, and a lot of them sound generic, which is why a lot of artists just never get to that mainstream,
mm,
superstar status. Um,
mm,
there's a couple artists I think as well just haven't had great potential, but just still haven't been managed to grow. Um,
mm,
Bryson Tiller is one of them.
yeah,
When he dropped
yeah,
Trap Soul, it was he was
mm,
he was singing this kind of, it was a different style that it was a different take on a style that we had already heard, and it was fresh and it was new.
yep,
And then he just kept making the same type of music, and it just didn't change, which is fine. I mean,
mm,
I'm sure his hardcore fan base, like the core guys, are super happy with the style of music that he's making. But
mm,
I feel like if he were to change direction a little bit, if he were to upgrade his sound, find a way to make it fresh again, I feel like he has the
mm,
potential to be a bigger artist than he actually is. And I don't know why he's not doing that. If it is because of the he's worried about what the fan base is going to think, if they're going to abandon him if he was willing to change, or if he just doesn't want to. He just wants to stay in his lane and keep making the same type of music that he's been making.
yeah. I guess he made a lot of money out of Blame and all. The
Yeah.
fact that you were talking about right now.
Right.
Yeah, I guess it could be a case, but I'm not sure because yeah, he has the potential. Like I have heard a couple of tracks, and for that fact, Daniel Caesar. Have you heard about him?
Daniel Caesar, yeah, I have heard him.
Yeah, that guy has a huge potential, and even Khalid for that fact.
Yeah,
Khalid, Young, Dumb, and Broke. He
Yeah.
blew up, and then he just went away. I don't know. Like, he's gone.
I think he'll come back. I think he did drop. He's dropped a couple singles. I think he came out with an album.
OTW. On the way with Black.
Yeah,
He did, yeah.
yeah, but I mean, he hasn't been gone for long enough. Usually artists after they drop an album, they disappear for like a year or two before they end up dropping another album. So I mean, I personally I still think that he's still out there. He's just in the process of making that next album. But I mean, he dropped singles last year, so to somewhat stay a little bit relevant with the public. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a year or so, or maybe less than a year, if he's gonna put out another album.
There's always that one track that blows somebody up,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then it's up to them to just stay on that pedestal that they have been seated upon by the fans, or they can just come down and do their own thing.
Yeah.
It's really up to them, I guess. Or maybe it's up to the fans as well, because they
That's
decide.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
Yeah.
So I mean, in the end, I think what it really boils down to
Yeah.
is trust. Just like any relationship, trust is like the most important thing.
That's right.
An artist fan base relationship is a real relationship, and I think the artist has to trust that the fan base is going to, even if it's not what they're looking for, at some point they're still going to support him, and the fan base has to trust that the artist is going to deliver the same type of the soul, not the style, but the soul of the music that they fell in love with in the first place.
Yeah, even I think that the soul is what matters. Every artist has that one energy, that particular energy that they share with their fans when they first drop something.
Yeah.
So I guess if they keep up with the same energy that they showed up with, then they're good to go. And if that energy fades away somehow, then they're gone.
Right.
You know, that's just what I was talking about. That's just what I was talking about.
Right. Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. And I think that's the biggest factor in what makes an artist grow or fall by the wayside and become, a one-hit, two-hit wonder.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyways, man, hey, I appreciate you wanting to do this video together.
Yeah, I appreciate you as well.
It was fun talking with you for a little bit and
Yeah.
and kind of hashing this discussion out. We should do it again in the future for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And man, I just want to take a minute and say that you are doing a really great job with your YouTube channel.
Thanks, man.
And yeah, you kind of inspired me as well to create a YouTube channel and just react
thanks, man.
to music, react to whatever I feel like. So thanks for that. It really means a lot.
Well, hey, I'm happy you were inspired to make reactions based on my channel, man. It means a lot. I'm just happy that the content I'm putting out is reaching
Yeah, that's the best thing.
reaching
to do.
somebody or someone and inspiring them in a positive way. That's all I can really ask for. But guys, if you want to check out Shashank's channel, I'll put a link up here, or you can click on it down in subscription. Another reaction channel He's a huge Michael Jackson fan, so go out and check out his Michael Jackson reaction videos. He's got some good stuff, so make sure you guys go and check him out and subscribe to him. But hey, thanks again, man.
Yes,
like I
so
said, I
much,
appreciate
Taylor.
you hopping on and doing this video together, and I'm looking forward to doing more in the future with you.
It really means a lot, and it was really great talking to you.
Yeah, man. Make sure you be safe with all the craziness going on,
Yeah,
and
you too.
take care.
Take care. Stay home, stay safe.
All right, man. Thanks. I'll see you later.